So the first thing I noticed about this question is that I could arithmetize. And for the sake of it, I will show you how to do that. Now, the reason I know I can arithmetize, which is that strategy where I make up my own values for the variables, is that none of the variables matter, right? The v, w, x, they're in the initial question. They're in the answer choices. All I need to know is that they're positive numbers. I can make them any number I want. But I wouldn't arithmetize here. To be clear, I instantly know that I could, but I wouldn't because it's number 5. It's supposed to be pretty easy. They're asking me to solve for w. This is a fairly simple equation where you should know the algebra moves necessary, and it is much faster to just do that. So if I want to get w alone, I have to get rid of the fraction. So you multiply by the thing on the bottom to both sides. I also need to get rid of the negative. So let's throw a negative in there. That way, the 150 cancels out with the 150, the x cancels out with the x, and the negatives make a positive. So now w is all alone. On the other side, right, now, well, nothing can combine. There's nothing to do. It's just negative 150x times v. So w is equal to negative 150x times v. And they slightly switched it around, right, in choice A by putting the v first, but it doesn't matter because it's multiplication. So the ordering of things doesn't matter. That's it. That's a 5-second question, really. And you really would want to be good enough in algebra, even by 8th grade, 9th grade, that move is pretty comfortable for you. If you're still learning algebra, there are other ways we can solve this. Let me show you how this arithmetize would work. Basically, we just want to make up numbers for these variables and just kind of turn this equation into numbers, into points. So let me erase this a little bit. Let me clean this up so that we can see that better. So let's arithmetize. Basically, what I would do is pick easy numbers for myself. I do see that the x might matter, whether it's on the top or the bottom. And since I want it to do something, I'm going to make x equal to 2. And I'm going to make w equal to, let's just do, I mean, I could do all sorts of things here. Yeah, you know what? Let's make it 1. That way things get a little messy. Let's see, this might not work, but we're gonna let the calculator help us, right? So now I'm not gonna make up a number for v. I just need to I need to find v by putting these numbers into the equation. So let me do that in this calculator so you can see. So v is gonna equal negative w, which is 1. So negative 1 divided by 150 times x, which we said was 2. So notice I'm just rewriting it with this, and I get some equation here, I get something, and I can turn it into a fraction if I want. It's the benefit of Desmos. So what I'm getting then is that v is equal to negative 1 over 300. Okay. Now, for the sake of simplicity, let's type that. V equals negative 1 over 300. 1 divided by 300. Now, I have that weird number without having to type it a million times, because that's a weird number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try choice A by typing that out. So negative 150 times v, so go to here, v, let's see, and times x. Now, x, I just made an easy number, right? X was 2. So that I'm just going to put in as regular old 2. And notice what I get. I get 1. Right now, how do I know that that's what I wanted? Well, remember, originally we made w equal to 1. So that's what I want all of these to equal, is they should equal 1. If they do, that's a good sign. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily right, but it's a good sign. Now, what I would need to do is go through all these choices and see if I'm getting 1 in multiple places. So right now with this arithmetize, I'd be like, yeah, A looks good. I got the number I wanted for w using the number I picked for x and the number I found for v. So let's just try the other choices. Choice B would be negative 150 v divided by x, we said was 2. So you got to keep track of what you picked. Now that's a different number, right? That's not 1, that's 0.25. So because that's, 1/4, that's not the 1 that I was looking for, so that's no good. So C is going to be, notice how time consuming this is, negative 2, right? X is 2, I keep forgetting, divided by 150 v, and that's 4. Again, not the number I'm looking for. And choice D would be v plus 150 times 2. And again, some crazy number. So there you go. Right? It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. So if you're not good at algebra, arithmetize is going to be a good way to kind of work through things for now. But long term, you want to get good at algebra for the easy stuff so you can just do it fast, and then know how to do the arithmetize for when the algebra itself would also be really, really slow. And then that arithmetize strategy becomes much more efficient. So this is not a great example of arithmetize, but there will be better ones. So it's good to learn it even on the easy stuff.